Well, the temperatures are changing. It's time to get that motorcycle out. But when you need to get that ready, where do you go? Or where do you go for fun with your motorcycle? Or what about getting it all accessorized and tricked out like this one right here? Well, we've got all that for you today on today's show, one of my favorite shows, as we take a look at bikes here in the Central Ohio area. Motorcycle.ohio.gov is an informational site that provides information on rider course registration and Ohio motorcycle laws. I spoke with Roland Kaiser and Sergeant Reggie Stryker to discuss rider training and safety, as well as steps you can take to be safe on the roadway. Roland, what type of training does Motorcycle Ohio offer?
Well, we offer courses in 4 different levels, and one's a basic rider course where if you take our course and complete it, you can get your motorcycle endorsement without having to go to a bureau problem there. And we offer everything from 2 basic courses to a refresher course for, like you mentioned earlier, for people that want to get in the bike out the first time in the spring, to an advanced rider course.
Now, where can people get information on Motorcycle Ohio?
We have our own website, Motorcycle.ohio.gov. All the courses are listed on there. You can register online.
How long does it take to get through that course, Roland?
The basic rider course is like one evening, usually like a Wednesday, and then a Saturday and Sunday. As the courses progress in experience, the time level is less because we don't need as much classroom time.
So, Sergeant, what's some of the tips that you could give motorcyclists keeping them safe?
Well, May is National Motorcycle Safety Month, and we'd like to remind everyone of that. And as such, May typically gets warm in Ohio. You're going to see an increase in motorcycles out on the roadways. We'd like to remind both motorcyclists and motorists to be aware of motorcycles around them, to give them plenty of room on the highway, give them a full lane of travel. They have all the rights and privileges of every other vehicle on the roadway.
People who haven't ridden all winter, they've had the bikes put away, they come out, hey, it's beautiful weather, jump on a bike, and we're gone. Is that a concern?
It's a huge concern. Approximately 70% of motorcycle fatalities are the riders at fault, meaning that it's a big training issue. Proper training can help alleviate a lot of these problems. A lot of times we see single vehicle crashes involving motorcyclists that end up being fatalities, and they failed to negotiate a curve, or they had improper braking. Through proper training, you can learn to ride a motorcycle to its ability and to your ability.
For more information about this or any of our guests, go to our website, outandaboutcolumbus.com.
Ohio Eurobike strives to make sure that each customer receives advice from a person who has practical experience with motorcycles and the products they sell and service. We learn more about the array of services offered through Ohio Eurobike. Tell us some of the product lines you carry and a little bit about Ohio.
Sure, thank you. Yes, I'm the owner-operator of Ohio. It's a family-owned and run business. We sell European brands like BMW, as you indicated, Triumph, Ducati, Vespa, Piaggio, Husqvarna, to name the brands. We've been in business for 9 years. I personally owned it for the last 5 years.
You can basically size a motorcycle for anybody that walks in the door, right? From,
yes.
I ask you, is it, do you have the scooters? Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your product line.
Depending upon what you're looking for and the needs, and we always try to size the bike to the customer's needs. So if you're a younger person, maybe starting out motorcycling, we will not recommend a super high performance, bike that frankly would maybe be intimidating or possibly even hurt yourself on, So we'd recommend, smaller, easier bikes to handle. But again, it depends on the customer's requirements and what they want to do. Everything from scooters to 195 horsepower screamers.
Fantastic. So you service the brands that you sell here. Tell us a little bit about your service department.
Yeah, we have a full-line service department. We have all the factory-trained technicians. We have 7 lifts. We have all of the air handlers, spin balancers, tire changers, the diagnostic equipment from Ducati, Triumph, BMW. Actually, one of my techs right now is in level 1 and level 2 Ducati training down in Florida. So look forward to him coming back and sharing some of this workload that we have.
Tired of doing the same thing every weekend? Try something new. Check out the event calendar at outandaboutcolumbus.com for the latest events and information.
Columbus Car Audio's mission is to provide customers with the best service possible with an unmatched focus on quality installations. Columbus Car Audio is not limited to only cars. They have the accessories and knowledge to help you make the best decision for your bike. We learned more about the many customization options offered for your motorcycle.
You hear Columbus Car Audio and you think cars, but that's not exactly true, is it?
Nope, we do it all. We do boats, motorcycles, golf carts, bulldozers, tractors, pretty much anything that has a battery.
Well, today's show is all about motorcycles, and I know you guys are like the foremost in motorcycle stereos. Tell us some of the things you'll do to motorcycles.
We do lighting, audio, speakers, DVD players, heated seats, alarms, remote starts, anything. I mean, we even sometimes will do chrome pieces for guys, anything that can be screwed or glued to a motorcycle.
Is it true some of these sound systems you literally have to add a battery just to power like some of it?
Occasionally, not very often. The charging system on the newer, Harleys especially, it's pretty good, so it's not usually an issue.
Well, you know what's fantastic about this is to look at some of these bikes that you guys have done and some of the sound systems, some of the things you've done is just nothing short of incredible. And I know you guys won an award, right?
Mm-hmm. We actually did a bike called Real Talk. It was a custom-built bike. We built the front fairing for it, did the big audio system on it, all the lighting. It actually went out to the SEMA show in Las Vegas and was on display in the Dub magazine booth. And then here in Columbus at the Easy Rider show, it won Rhode Iron Bagger of the Year, and it also, I believe, won Best of Show in the judged class. So.
Am I going to get a good job, that kind of thing? Talk to us a little bit about that, Dan.
All of our technicians here, we have, probably on average 10 years of experience each. I mean, there's some guys, 20, 25. Everybody's here is ASE certified, which is a big deal and is pretty difficult to achieve. And we put a big emphasis on that.
Ohio's premier outdoor event facility and campground is just a short 30-mile drive from Columbus. Cardinal Center Campground and Shooting Center in Marengo. Take the family and enjoy today. The Cycle Tavern of Columbus is a 16-person bicycle powered entirely by pedaling. It is currently in Columbus and can be seen filled with bar hoppers regularly in the short north. I spoke with Dusty Weimer about the Cycle Tavern and how it all got started. So what is a Cycle Tavern?
So the Cycle Tavern is a 16-passenger party on wheels. We're Columbus's original rolling, pedaling bicycle. There's 10 pedaling seats on each side. The bike holds a total of 16 people. We rent it out on an hourly basis, and the rental rate comes with a driver.
But here's the problem. Everybody's got to put into the power, right?
Most people have to work, right? We have a couple non-pedaling seats, so those are reserved for the slackers, and then everybody else has to work.
I thought what was neat is you said if they slam on the brakes, it disconnects the pedals, right?
Right, so the driver has full control over the vehicle at all times. So he's going to be able to steer it, and we just rely on the passengers to pedal it.
Where do you find such a vehicle at that you can bring to Columbus?
So the way that this started is my wife and I were visiting my brother in Minneapolis. They have one of these up there, and they're actually the U.S. distributors for it. Mm-hmm. So my sister-in-law was talking about a bachelorette party that she was on, and we thought this would be a great concept to bring to Columbus. So we bought it from the U.S. distributors. It's originally a concept from Europe. This is one of the original bikes from the Netherlands, so it's handmade in the Netherlands, and then it's shipped over here in a container crate.
So what kind of people rent this and get out and enjoy this?
Anybody for any special occasion. So we do a lot of bachelorette parties, a lot of birthday parties. We've been recently doing a lot of corporate outings for team building events.
Sure. What routes do you take?
Our garage where we keep it is on the north end of the short north. So from that area we can travel south all the way through the short north, kind of turn around in the Arena District, and then come back up and go all the way through the Arena District and short north in a 2-hour period. We also have the ability to travel into the campus gateway, and then we've recently been booking some tours for some of the bars and restaurants that are off of High Street, like St. James Tavern and Seventh Sun Brewery.
Want to learn more about any of today's show guests? Go to outandaboutcolumbus.com. Mobile Cycle Works is a full-service repair shop that has been in business since 1988. I talked with their owner, John Schumacher, and learned about the array of machines that he is capable of bringing to life. Give us a little bit of your background.
I started working on motorcycles as a young kid way back in the 60s and 70s. I got my formal training when I came to Columbus and started working in one of the large Harley-Davidson and Yamaha shops in the area at the time. I was fortunate enough to graduate from the Harley-Davidson School in Milwaukee. One of the last graduating classes in 1979.
And you're the guy to bring it to that can really get them back together, right?
Well, that's what's funny. I'm back to working on what I started working on years ago. I find myself repairing a lot of older motorcycles and restoring a lot of vintage motorcycles. They're coming out of the woodwork.
What's the worst thing that people are doing with their motorcycles that boy, they got to call John and get it taken care of?
Well, there's a couple different things. Storage is really hard on motorcycles when they set for a long period of time. The carburetors tend to carbon up or gum up. We clean a lot of carburetors. The other thing is what we call the good neighbor syndrome. Always the good neighbor is willing to help, and he's got his fingers in there tinkering, trying to help you and do the best he can, but sometimes it's really hard to find out what he's done.
Yeah. What do you think about oil changes? I mean, is that something you should do just as soon as the season changes, or what's kind of the policy on something like that?
As a general rule, we recommend oil changes between 3,000 to 5,000 miles, depending on what kind of oil you use, but at least once a year, depending on how many miles regardless of how many miles you put on it. First thing in the season would be great. At the end of the season, just before you put it away, good idea to change oil.
Well, John, looking around, I see a lot of accessories and things like that. This place has really changed since I've been here last. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing there.
We sell a full line of accessories. We have suppliers as Parts Unlimited, Drag Specialties, Tucker Rocky. We sell clothing, accessories. Can order anything. Usually have it in 1 to 2 days if we don't have it in stock.
Epic Home Transformation. Whether you're starting from scratch or you want to bring your home to the next level, Epic Home Transformation can help you get the job done. From curb to roof, make it epic.
Whether you're looking for a trustworthy, capable mechanic to do some work on your scooter or checking out the latest models in stock, Capital City Scooters can lend a hand. Out and About Columbus spoke with owner Caitlin Didier about the many efficient benefits of owning a scooter.
Well, my husband and I bought our first scooters for our 5th wedding anniversary. We took them on a 700-mile road trip and just fell in love with them. And it was 2008, sort of the scooter boom year, and we loved it so much we decided to try and open our own shop and spend 24/7 doing all things scooter. Well, in addition to sales, we also have a full service and repair shop, everything from oil changes to full mechanical restoration. We're not set up to do any body work, but we can take care of all of your service and repair needs. Well, I tell people who are just starting to look to think about how fast they need to go, what style they like, you know, whether sort of retro or modern looking. I suggest they sit on them to see how they fit and kind of go from there. So scooters come in a range of sizes from 50cc up to 650s. In our lines that we carry, really I only stock the 125s and up, and our biggest scooter is a 300cc motor. There's something on the floor in a color, for example, that we don't have in stock, I can certainly order that in for you. So scooters on average get anywhere between 70 and 120 miles per gallon. So they're very environmentally friendly. We do allow test rides. You have to have your motorcycle endorsement to test ride. And usually I just kind of take you to the back parking lot. Depends on the rider and how comfortable they are. But no, you don't need an appointment. You can just come in anytime. We're open Monday through Friday 10 to 7 and Saturdays 10 to 4.
If you've missed any of today's show, you can watch it online anytime. OutandAboutColumbus.com. Lima Auto Mall is capable of ordering your new custom Boss Hoss cycle just the way you want it. Out and About Columbus talked to Roger McLean about the unique qualities of Boss Hoss bikes and learned how Lima Auto Mall can turn your wildest bike ideas into a reality.
Well, Boss Hoss started out back in 1990. A fellow by the name of Monty Warren saved his money, he said, for a number of years and wanted to buy a new Harley Davidson, which he did. After having it for a short time, become very disgruntled with the performance and thought there should be more and he could do more. So he got a drawing board out and drew up his own chassis and what have you. He got a lot of interest and he hired employees. He started a true assembly line and he started building them as complete bikes painted. I bought one in 1999. A friend of mine then bought one, and the next thing you know, I had 5 or 6 guys saying, we want one. So I went back to him and asked him what he would do on a special deal, because they were expensive, they weren't cheap. And he cut me a deal if I buy 6, but he also wanted me to be the Ohio dealer. So I bought 6 and sold those immediately and ordered 6 more. And I think we sold 25 or 30 bikes the first year I was a dealer. Most of the people buying these bikes have ridden in the past, and they're either bored with what they're riding. After they ride one of these, it's quite a thrill. The smoothness, the performance, how they handle. We always try to keep bikes on hand in stock. New, used, demonstrators. There are people who want to own their own colors and their own options, and so we will order a bike, which takes 6 to 8 weeks to get it painted and get it delivered here to the store, or we have to go pick it up in Dyersburg, Tennessee at the factory. Most of the time, I think I probably sold 95% of my bikes right off the showroom floor because we always kept a number of them around.
For more information about this or any of our guests, go to our website, outandaboutcolumbus.com. RCI Custom Seats and Cycles is a company that creates rolling and rideable pieces of art every day. RCI has been recognized by numerous events and publications, including first place in 2013 at the Easy Riders Tour in Columbus. Ryan Adkins and Matt Huggins told us more about their business and trade.
You can buy a custom motorcycle and be happy with it, and then in 6 months realize that it's not the custom that you thought. So then you run into the situation of, what do I do at this point? What's nice about what we do is we're kind of like, to relate it to a clothing industry, we're kind of the tailor. We can do the machine work, the paint work, all the fabrication. We do everything in-house with everything that we do, and we try to bring that personal touch and added sense of personality to your bike.
What we do is try and approach every bike, every owner, where we're trying to get at who they are, what they like, what they envision, and I have said this many times, if you can dream it, we can build it. And so we felt the need early on to be able to build a seat that is meant for that bike, fits perfectly, no gaps, and uses high-end, high-grade cowhides, thick materials, gives us the ability to hand stamp or tattoo designs into the leather, which I do by hand, hand lace all of the seams with actual leather lacing, and you can't go anywhere else to have that done. And
we've taken many of the American-made motorcycles and made a new set of handlebars, cut the frame and raked it out, and brought it to the next level where they thought wasn't quite possible. And then in the end, they're incredibly happy with what they have. They realize that now they can go out to the parking lot and everybody's looking at their bike.
Mid-Ohio Harley-Davidson is filled with Harley-Davidson motorcycles, both new and pre-owned, as well as parts and other Harley-Davidson accessories for your home or workshop. I met up with Brian Cubbage to talk about Mid-Ohio's selection and the events surrounding their 25th anniversary. It's an incredible Harley dealership. I know you guys are celebrating your 25th anniversary this year. Tell us a little bit about how this got started.
Well, in 1988, we started on the west side of Springfield, and we were over there for a couple years. Bought a building on East Main Street in 1990. We were there for 10 years, and then in 2000 we built this facility out here.
Yeah. How does it feel to see the growth that you've seen over those 25 years?
It's been remarkable. From where we started, square footage of our showroom was about 1,300 or 1,400 square feet, and doing about 25 bikes a year. So it's been a big change.
Yeah. So Brian, you're a full-service Harley dealer.
That's correct. We have a full parts department as well as a well-stocked motor clothes area. We're also a layman trike conversion center as well as a motor trike conversion center.
When you say tri, I'm assuming that's the tri-wheel one, right?
The three-wheeled units, yeah. So we take our Harley-Davidson products and convert them with either a layman or a motor trike kit.
One of the neat things about being here is you can kind of service Columbus, you can service Dayton. You're kind of right in that middle area, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, we're right. Like you said, we're pretty much in the middle. We're approximately 40 miles from Columbus, 25 miles from Dayton. So yeah, we're in a pretty central location.
Yeah. Well, you've seen a lot of people bring the bikes in this time of the year now, getting ready as the weather's ramping up and the bike nights are happening and all that.
Yeah, we've thank God that the weather has changed for us a little bit, and it's been a good shot in the arm.
What's the hottest Harley that seems to be selling this year?
Well, they're all pretty hot right now. Our Street Glide version, as well as the Harley-Davidson, just released in March a new one called a Breakout, and that's been real popular.
Yeah, I was wondering about that, and I heard about that particular bike. And you have those?
Yes, I've got one left.
Red Brick Tavern Restaurant is Ohio's second oldest stagecoach stop. It has been considered a house of hospitality since 1837. We made a pit stop at their location in London and learned more about the amazing history and the tavern's latest events. Well, Chris, I got to tell you, it's a pleasure to be with you and be at the Red Brick Tavern. This place, for me, brings back a lot of memories. As a child, I came out here several times, had dinner, celebrated birthdays, anniversaries, so it's kind of special for me to walk into the place. And I know you've had it for about 7 years now, so tell me how you got involved with this.
Well, me and my better half, Madonna, used to come on this side of the stage all the time, and it came up for sale, and we thought, well, we're going to try it, see what we can do.
When one of our producers said, hey, we're going to go to the Red Brick Tavern, I said, wow, 6 presidents have ate there was the first thing that came to mind. So what's some of the other unique things about the Red Brick Tavern?
Meeting points. I mean, when you got between Columbus and Springfield, or Columbus, Springfield, Dayton, it's halfway for everybody to come. So it's easy for people to meet here, join here. You have the nice tavern. Just like Cheers, everybody knows your name and everybody sees what goes on, and the bartender, he'll take care of you.
Well, let's talk about some of the food here that people are going to find at Red Brick Tavern for that special Sunday afternoon or coming out during the evening.
Well, through the evenings, we have prime rib. We fix prime rib on Friday and Saturday night, but you can get a prime rib split sandwich through the week. You can get walleye. You can get it pecan crusted, breaded, however you'd like to have it. It's really good. We sell a ton of it. Reubens, we sell a ton of Reubens. Those are probably the top 2 sandwiches that we sell a lot of. We have buffalo burgers. For those that are fit and trim, the time you put your tomato, lettuce, and mayonnaise on there, it tastes just like a hamburger. It's very, very good. So,
well, I saw a sign driving in fried chicken. What's the story on that?
The second Tuesday of every month, we do fried chicken on Tuesday nights. We open at 4 and until it's gone. We're going to start doing ribs on the first Friday of every month. Barbecue ribs. The last episode of ribs we did 36 racks of ribs and sold out in 2.5 hours.
The toy store, located in Thornville, is your one-stop Polaris store. Not only does the toy store sell fine products, they also service them as well. I talked with Frank Carell about the store's latest stock of ATVs and Rangers.
Well, I have to say this is the perfect name for your store. There are tons of toys here. Let's talk about some of your toys. What you exactly do here.
Well, yes, we sell Polaris ATVs and side-by-sides. I've been selling them for 19 years. We only sell Polaris. We service them. We finance them for you. We take trade-ins. We also sell trailers that you can, haul them to.
How long have you been in this business?
19 years.
How'd you get started?
Actually, I was in Indiana visiting a friend of mine, and he sold Polaris ATVs, and we went riding, and I brought one home and became a dealer soon after.
So, I know we've been talking about the different brand names and how Polaris has really stood the test of time. Why do you just sell Polaris?
Well, I think Polaris has the best product on the market. They just do a good job with all the different models we have. We have 68 models of side-by-sides, 48 models of ATVs. It's by far more than anybody else on the market. Well, the most popular right now is the Polaris RZRs. We make a 50-inch, 60-inch wide, 64-inch. Everybody likes the RZRs. They're fun to go riding in. They're like a big high-priced dune buggy for people to ride in. We do a full-line service. We have 3 techs in our service department. We service them. If you tear them up, break them, run them off cliffs, as some people do, we can fix anything that needs to be done.
Is there any benefit to purchasing one of these vehicles now, this time of year?
Well, this time of year we have some great rebates on. So I would encourage anybody to come in the month of May here. We got great financing. Financing is 2.99%, which is really good in this industry.
For more information about this or any of our guests, go to our website, outandaboutcolumbus.com.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned four-wheeler, dirt bike, motorcycle, or equipment gear, John Hinderer Power Store has got it in stock. Out and About Columbus spoke with General Manager John Hinderer, and we learned about some of the latest power sport models in stock.
We're the John Hinderer Honda Power Store. We've been open since November of 2004. We sell ATVs, dirt bikes, scooters, motorcycles, all different types of motorcycles, as well as power equipment. And the power equipment consists of generators, snow blowers, lawn mowers, trimmers, water pumps, and things of that nature. So a little bit unique. We're the type of store that Honda Honda wants other Honda dealers to become. There's 1,200 dealers and there's only 40 of us in the country. We have small dirt bikes from little 50s for little 3 and 4 year olds all the way up to the 450s that you see on TV with the riders racing. ATVs, we have ATVs from the little 90 up to the 450. Scooters, anywhere from a little 50 up to a 650. So from just putting around a little community all the way to freeway and taking long rides. And then on the motorcycles, we have touring bikes, big touring bikes like the Gold Wings. It's sort of a lazy boy on wheels. And we also have other cruisers all the way down to a 250. And then we have sport bikes, so if you want to go fast, if you're all about performance, you can ride a 250 all the way up to a CBR 1000. We bleed Honda, so we're all about Honda, so we service anything a Honda that has a Honda engine in it, all the way to everything that we sell. We do service other non-Honda vehicles, but we're highly certified and highly trained, and specifically towards Honda. But we also have a big line of pre-owned products. We'll carry anywhere between 50 and 100 bikes. And when I say a bike, it could be a dirt bike, it could be an ATV, it could be any type of two-wheel motorcycle, on-road motorcycle. So we have Harley Davidson, Suzuki's, Yamahas, not just Hondas on the pre-owned.
The Central Ohio Transit Authority is committed to being the region's transportation leader. COTA operates throughout Franklin County and parts of Delaware, Fairfield, Licking, and Union counties. Mike met up with Kelsey Marty to learn about the new route to the Columbus Zoo and fares offered by COTA.
Well, Kelsey, welcome back to the show. Glad to have you back on. You know, some exciting news. COTA has started their bus service to the zoo.
That's right.
Tell us all about that.
All right, well, it's definitely a great opportunity to get from the downtown corridor up to the zoo. This is a service that operates just on Saturdays and Sundays during May, but then starting June 1st, it will operate 7 days a week, and this will go all the way through September 2nd. So you can catch the bus going 3 times a day now. We do have the morning trips, and then we've added a midday trip. So this is a great way to get, if you're not trying to stay at the zoo all day, if you want to go in the morning, come back at lunchtime, or go out at lunchtime and then come back in the evening, you can definitely do that now. Okay. Also, by taking the bus up to the zoo, you can get half off your admission. And by doing so, all you have to do is ask your operator for a transfer pass, and then show that to the cashier at the ticket office. You can get half off, or you can get $4 off your Zoombezi Bay Pass.
Now, where do you catch this bus from?
Well, you can catch it from several locations. It starts at the High and Broad intersection right in front of the State House, and then makes 3 stops downtown, heads up to Griggs Dam Park and Ride, and then also stops at the Dublin Park and Ride, and then shoots on right up to the zoo.
So you have the Summer Youth Pass. I've heard about that. What exactly is that?
Well, this is an opportunity for those who are 17 and younger to purchase a pass that is good from June 1st until August 31st. This will account for all of those summertime activities, whether it's getting to and from a job or getting to and from sports activities. It's available for $62, and this is good for the entire 3 months. So instead of $62 per month, this is one pass for the whole.
Transportation, particularly do what?
That's right, unlimited riding.
So where can someone get one of these passes?
Sure. Well, these passes are available at our pass sales location at 33 North High, just north of the High and Broad intersection. All they need to bring is a proof of age, so state ID or anything like that. Or they can find all the information on our website at www.cota.com, or by calling our customer service team at 614-228-1776.